the care community is the coolest thing. Seriously?
Yeah.
I knew that it was going to be good.
Right.
I didn't know it was going to be so great. So many people like you that are joining the Facebook group just to help each other out as we're walking through this whole thing called the coronavirus.
Right. And it's so interactive on the care community, which again is our Facebook page. But people are posting, well, you had asked, what are you doing with the kids?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of kids home from school. There's also a lot of people home from their jobs. And so how do you pass the time? Our boys yesterday afternoon were like, I'm so bored.
Yeah, right?
Go play ping pong.
And what about the events that have been canceled that you're so like, I want to go to this concert and the concert has been canceled?
Right.
There are artists there now going to Facebook and doing events.
It's so cool. We have a concert coming up tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. Unspoken, Apollo LTD. That concert is going to be a live Facebook concert starting at 8 o'clock.
If you're going, who in the world is Unspoken? Oh, you know them. So these guys on our Facebook page tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we'll have it streaming live for you. Apollo LTD is going to be along with them. They're our guests on his morning crew. What, about a year ago, Jim?
Yeah, I think so.
It seems like about a year ago. They are wonderful people. You're going to love them. So that's one event that's going on tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's also Matthew West is doing a thing. I think it's at 12:30 every day. And it's just he and his family are self-quarantined. And, of course, they're looking to pass the time and encourage others. And so daily encouragement.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
They're taking to Facebook just to make sure that you and I are encouraged. And that concert tomorrow night is going to be pretty awesome with Unspoken.
Yeah.
And I'll be singing at 8:30.
Where?
Just in my house.
You're just going to be at your house.
Thank goodness not
all by
mine.
yourself, streaming to yourself.
Like this.
Well, that makes me want to tune in.
I can't wait.
Come on over.
The care community, it's on Facebook through his radio. You might know this voice.
Let the king of my heart be the
She is from Bethel Music.
She is amazing, right? Not just an amazing singer, but she's an amazing mom as well. Now, you know her from Bethel Music, Stephanie Gretzinger. She left last year and she became a solo worship artist. But you know what? She also became a mom a few years ago. Baby's name, love this, Wonder Grace. Yeah.
That's the name of the baby? Wow.
Yeah, she's actually, I think, 6 years old now. But she says she has learned so much since becoming a mom and has become even closer to God. I completely relate to that once you become a parent. You go to God a lot. Through the entire existence of the child, maybe even more so than you did before, because you're like, thank you for the miracle. And what am I going to do with this child?
I'll tell you what blows my mind.
What's that?
Is when the second one comes.
Oh, wow.
And you're thinking, how am I going to love this other child
Sure.
as much as I love this child?
Right.
And it just happens.
Well, and yes, you do. You have enough room in your heart for all of that. And that was one of the points that Stephanie made was, how am I going to have room in my heart for Jesus and this baby? How am I going to have room for God and this child? And she said the same thing. It just happens, and it makes that relationship with God even stronger. She says, that tiny prophet has led me back to Jesus every day since she was born. In fact, her little girl took her, and I love this, she took Stephanie's face in her hands, and she said, it doesn't have to be perfect, Mom. You're here, and that's what matters.
Oh, my. What? The little girl's 6 and said that? Come
I
on.
wonder. See, I wonder.
Yeah, Wonder Grace.
I did that.
There you go.
Yeah. It wasn't until after the 12th child that I felt like a better mom.
The how many?
Jim?
Okay, that must not have been me. Sorry. I have 4, and I'm not a mom.
Okay.
Well, Stephanie said he'll do that work in you that you can't do in your children.
That's so true. And by the way, if you'd like to email Jim, it's Jim
What?
at hisradio.net.
I grew up in Baltimore, and I had the best pizza up there. You have your favorite spot for pizza or subs, and I still say there's nothing like pizza or subs from the Northeast anyway. But that's just a preference. It's what you grow up with, what you're used to, okay?
Yeah.
So nobody get mad at me. However, that's the case with Julie and Rich. They kind of grew up in a place in Michigan, a little town called Battle Creek. And there's a pizza place called Steve's Pizza that is the best pizza they've ever had. They've moved away
Aw.
225 miles, I believe it was, and they've been gone for 25 years. And they still talk about that pizza because pizza stays with you, Rob.
It kind of does,
Deep
doesn't
in
it?
your heart.
You need a
Yes.
Tums?
So 25 years later, they're still talking about it, and they actually are making plans to go visit on vacation. Go back down there because they live in Indianapolis now. But the sad thing is, he got cancer and he ended up in hospice.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So Julie's dad called the Steve's Pizza 225 miles away and just wanted to get them to call in or something because they just loved it so much. Maybe a note from them or something like that. But Dalton was working that day. He's the manager. He's only 18 years old managing that place. And when he found out what really happened, he said, "Hey, what kind of pizza do they like?" And you go, "Well, they have pepperoni." But they go, "Well, I'll go ahead and I'll deliver it when the store closes." And the father said, "No, you don't need to do that. Come on, we're 225 miles away. Don't worry about it." So the store closed. He drove 225 miles to deliver pizza.
Good for him.
Still hot, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm
Piping hot.
sure. But cold chills. That
Yeah.
is so sweet.
That is.
And drove back home because he had to work in the morning. They even offered to put him up somewhere.
Round of applause for Dalton's mom and dad. Really?
You know,
Yeah.
way to go.
Yeah.
Trying to share with you some of the positive things that are going on through all this. Like this one dude in Australia who's a pilot. He rides in these, or flies, I should say, these single-engine planes. And so I don't know if you've seen those. What's the best way to describe it? A map when runners go out or cyclists go out and they
Okay.
spell something or they draw something on their route.
Right.
And then you see the outline of it later. That's what this guy did with his plane.
Okay.
It was a little 45-minute or less flight that he was taking. So he decided, I'm going to spell out something to help remind people that they need to stay home.
So what did he do?
He wrote "stay home"
Wow.
on his route right there.
And it only took 45 minutes?
Yeah, or less.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 25-minute route. So he just took a little scenic route and spelled out "stay home" and then landed.
But he didn't stay home.
No, he didn't. But he wanted to help get the message
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
But it's a single-engine plane, so it's just him.
Yeah.
So it's less than 10 people.
True.
In that single-engine plane.
Yeah, he's got pretty good handwriting for, a plane.
Let me tell you, people who can do that amaze me because you don't see it. You're just literally doing that. Like
Yeah.
those runners and cyclists that spell out stuff and then they post the map of their route later that you see, like the satellite version of it
Right.
on a map.
Because
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No.
No, like he's not actually looking at it on his phone or
Exactly, yeah.
whatever. So he's got to.
Yeah, because the runners,
How does he do
they map out the streets. How in the world did he do that?
I know. Well, he did it.
It was plain amazing.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
This pun brought to you by Jim Mann. Care community is such a powerful thing that you've helped develop. I mean, you did this. You joined it. You're giving tips. You're giving advice. I love some of the things that parents are posting about what they're doing with their kids through all of this.
Yeah, and it's different for everybody. So Abby posted yesterday, and she said, sidewalk chalk art, front yard volleyball games. I want to get in on that game. That sounds like so
Yeah,
much fun.
right.
Learning laundry. And she's
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Learning laundry?
Well, they may be little. I don't know how old. So let's say they're 3 or 4. They're probably folding wash rags.
Cool.
Or towels. That's the easy place to start, which my
Wait.
husband still does. But
He does not?
that's all he does is towels.
Well, that's easy.
Hello.
Hey,
Duh.
Joey, you're my role model, dude. Thank you for only doing the towels.
They're also balancing checkbooks.
No way. This is Abby?
Yes.
Abby's so organized.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what did y'all do? I made cookies. No.
Well, that's still good, too.
No, it is good because you have fun doing that. Gloria, she was hilarious. She went on, she's like, first day of homeschooling and all of my children are suspended for fighting.
I love that. How true, huh?
That's but nothing's changed in my house because they're all homeschooled.
They are
That makes
anyway.
it boring. Gosh.
Do
nothing
they think that? Do they think, I didn't even get a day off? Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a rip-off for them. They think.
So here's what my wife did. She even posted in the
Yeah.
care community.
Yeah.
And so Eli is not like, I like to sit still. He is just so busy. He's
Sure.
on the go. So when they went through math yesterday, it was Yahtzee math. They played Yahtzee and they added everything. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So it's Yahtzee math. And then for when it was time to spell,
Right.
she did how many words? So he wrote down a ton of words, just made a game out of it.
See, I think that's what you have to do. You have to think outside of the box. You have to be creative about it. Judy said they made green cookies because it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and they've watched things on Netflix. So it's educational TV, but also giving them a little bit of screen time, and they did ABC Mouse and Adventure Academy.
Look at that.
And Rob folded towels.
I'm going to
Wash
now.
rags.
I'm going
sorry,
to now.
wash
Wait a minute. He
rags.
only
Sorry about
does. So your husband only does the washcloths? That's it?
And he does the washcloths and the towels.
And the towels.
Yeah.
See, Joey, dude, you're my role model. I love this Joey guy.
Moving up the sheets.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Oh, no, not fitted.
Oh, that's a whole different story, isn't it? His morning crew, his radio.
And of course, as true to my nature, I highlight the good things in life.
Oh, please do.
True to my nature. Right?
Liz already knows you.
I know you.
So I was in Japan over the weekend. No, I'm kidding. I'm talking about Becky, works at Duke University, and her department now is working from home. So, but during her lunch hour, she goes out and she shops, does a little grocery shopping or whatever for the elderly people to try to help them not have to go out. And of course, this is what sparked that idea.
It actually came about when I called my grandfather the other day. He told me I'm on my way to the grocery store. And I was just kind of concerned. He's 91, and I thought, is there a reason you have to go to the grocery store?
But the thing is, he lives in New Jersey, so she can't really do it for him. But
Sure.
she thought, hey, I can do it for those around me, like her next door neighbor, Patty. Apparently is an elderly woman, so she asked, hey, do you need anything from the store? And so Patty was excited about that. And she also did say, well, I also do it because she's going to make me banana bread. But
A little something for her, but that's
Yeah,
not
sure.
why she did it.
no. But she did mention that.
Good for her for doing
I
that.
think so too.
We moved into a new neighborhood, so we don't know that many people.
Right.
But we do know there's an elderly couple that lives next to us. And the husband cannot see, so he's blind.
Right.
She's going out a lot, so I think we better just check in on her, you know?
Yeah. I think we all should check in on our neighbors and family and see if they need anything. Michelle went on the care community page yesterday, and she said if anyone needs a meal or an errand that needs to be run, that she'll do it for you.
I just gave Rob my grocery list. Just in
Oh,
case.
that's that why you handed this to me. You want banana bread,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Pick it up for the elderly.
bologna sandwiches. You still eat those, dude?
Yeah, it's how I'm living so
PB&J.
long.
With a red string on the
What do you need
Yeah.
40 rolls of toilet paper for?
You just never know
What's
how
that
long
about?
it's going to be.
800-447-7234. Jimmy is along with us. What's going on there, Jimmy?
I was wondering if the Zach Williams concert's been canceled in Taylor.
It has been postponed, so because of the whole,
man.
the gathering of how many people that the governor has told us and our president.
Yeah.
And so that's
Anything over 50 people?
yeah, well, 10 for 15 days and then 50 for what is it? Another
8 weeks.
8 weeks. 50 people, 8 weeks.
man.
Yeah, so we're scrambling, and I think we found some place in the fall that we're going to be able to do that concert. So
To do that.
yeah, that's disrupted. I mean, for these artists, this is their living. That's disrupted a
I
lot of
know.
their lives.
I have a project I'm working on. It's called the Chain Breaker, and I was going to bring it and show Zach Williams. I've been working on it about 3 years. It's an old truck with 50 to 60 names of the back people who died from drugs and alcohol.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah, it's and somebody asked me when you gonna finish the truck, and I said the truck will never be finished because I've had 10 names in the last.
I'm glad you're doing that to honor those folks.
I'm the Lord placed it on my heart, and I got to do it.
Well, that's cool of you, Jimmy. That's so awesome. Text us a picture. We'd love to see the project that you've been working on. You can text it right here to this number at 800-447-7234. And Jimmy, join our care community. Share it there too, because that's caring for each other.
Oh, exactly. Just go on the care community. We've got all kinds of members sharing gas prices and where they find groceries and how they're taking care of each other. It's pretty amazing.
Jim needs toilet paper.
40 rolls? Is
40
that-
rolls of it, you said earlier.
140.
140. Wow, he keeps up in the ante.
The issue is getting worse.
Wow. I knew there were side effects, but dude, that's just something else. Hey, you can join the CARE community.
I'm embarrassed.
You should be.
Sorry about that. You're the one who brought it up. This whole thing. Okay, so where were we? Oh, CARE community. Here's one way you can join it. It is a Facebook group, so you can search the CARE community, but we'll make it easy for you. Text the word CARE to 800-447-7234. We'll send you a link. You can get right there and share where you can get your TP. Grateful for you being a part of the His Radio CARE community, our Facebook group, so we can encourage each other through this whole coronavirus thing that's been going on, the COVID-19. You know, all the stuff that's been happening, but we've been encouraging each other in the community care group with His Radio. So on the care community, I saw that Sarah had just posted this meme, and the meme literally is 33 verses about fear and anxiety.
Oh, wow.
So she's got them all right there where you can just look them up. So, which is really good. So Sarah, thank you for doing that. That's a big encouragement for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Just grab one from the middle. Maybe you haven't or forgotten that one and let it speak to you in a whole new way if you have read it before.
So neat.
Yeah, pretty cool. Hope Fellowship Church also posted on the CARE community page yesterday that they are going to be starting a noon prayer on Facebook Live, and it starts today. And they said, join us for a time of prayer. Staff is going to lead that prayer at noon.
That's so good. I know a lot of churches are doing, the church I go to is going to be doing their service online.
Yeah, right.
Because, it's 10 people now and 50 people, you know the whole story.
Yeah.
So,
and just because you can't be there doesn't mean that you stop. You stop worshiping and you stop praying and stop coming together. You can worship together, just maybe it has a different face to it.
it does, at least for a very short time. This is so temporary right now.
Yeah, most churches are doing that online thing. And I saw Bone Hampton, the Christian comedian. Did you see him post? He had like 3 or 4 laptops open. He goes,
that's funny. I saw that.
Church hopping.
Pretty good idea, man. Surround
A
yourself.
lot of churches at one time.
Yeah.
He had how many laptops in front of him?
He had like 4 or 5.
I didn't know he owned that many laptops.
He had to borrow some, I'm sure.
Probably. We would love for you, if you would, join the CARE community with His Radio. This is a way that we could just encourage each other. Also, if you saw something like, something like Liz needed flour yesterday.
That was wild yesterday. I needed all-purpose flour, and I was going to the grocery store. Didn't know if I was going to find it or not. And I also needed eggs. By the time I got off the air, people had dropped off flour
Isn't that cool?
and eggs, farm fresh, straight from the hen.
And that's how it works. And maybe somebody's not going to drop it off at your doorstep, but at least they say, hey, you know what? The store up the road I saw had
now.
some.
Yeah.
Like right now. Boogie over there and get it.
Yeah.
So that's the CARE community. Easy to join it. It's a Facebook group, and we'll make it easier for you to find as well. Just text the word CARE to 800-447-7234, and we'll hook you up with a CARE group right there. This is Justin, just posted on the His Radio CARE community page on Facebook. Dixie just posted a picture of a store that is just filled with toilet paper right now.
I got to go.
I know, yeah, right? I'm telling you. 800-447-7234. Text the word CARE. We'll get you into the CARE community group at His Radio. That's Rob, Liz, and Jim with His Morning Crew.
And the CARE community is that Facebook page where we go on, we share these things like you're talking about, store that was found with some toilet paper, but also encouraging stories. Now, this comes out of Cedar Rapids. This was posted yesterday from Karen. She shared it from a friend. She was in a Walmart, and she saw an elderly couple, and they were just distraught. They were looking for eggs. There were no eggs. I know that from yesterday. Like, how are you going to find eggs to make whatever it is for dinner, get the kids some breakfast? And so they just stood there like, what are we going to do? Somebody that was in line had purchased 2 cartons of eggs. Without hesitation, she took off across the store and said, here you go. Here's a dozen eggs. And they said, oh, well, let us pay you for it. And she said, absolutely not. This is my gift to you.
Good.
Oh, I got cold chills. Gonna cry. It's so sweet. And we're hearing stories of this kind of kindness everywhere. People running errands for people.
It made me start to think about my new neighbors.
Yeah.
Because there's several that are around me that are over 70.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shame on me for not checking in on them for the past couple of days.
It's like it's not top of mind And then when it is, if you don't follow through, then it's like, okay, I got to go do that right
Let
now.
me go and help big time.
Yeah, your neighbors called me and want to know why.
They're like, what's Dempsey and his family
are one, right?
ignoring us for, huh? Care Community, you can join it. Text the word CARE to 800-447-7234.
Now, let's take a trip to Maryland, my home state.
We're grateful you've been so homey today.
Yeah, everybody get on the bus. We're going to Maryland, and we're going to see Tom Grosh. He is giving away free toilet paper.
What?
Free toilet paper.
How come?
Because he just felt like, hey, I got to do something. And he felt like God told him, hey, go buy some toilet paper. That's practical ministry right there.
There it is.
And so he went, I don't know where, it doesn't say where he went, but he bought 10 cases, and they have 96 rolls each in each case.
That's a lot of toilet paper.
No, don't they use it since I left
So
Maryland?
how did he give this away?
He put it in his back of his pickup trucks. It was on the side of the road, and they had signs. His wife and his niece, and they all had signs. Free TP. And people tried to pay him for it. They go, nope, it's
They're
yours.
just giving this stuff away.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's helping people like
Fill
that.
the need, man. Fill that need.
That's how we act in Maryland, Rob.
Okay, well, I'm glad. Can you tell he's proud of his state?
Go, Tom.
That's why you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to ask you to please continue to remember all the teachers and assistants and all the staff at school as we have to continue to work and we have to continue to go out in the community.
That's Rhonda who reminded us earlier, hey, please pray for teachers and all the kids that are home from school as well.
Yeah, they're throwing together a couple of weeks at least of lesson plans just right now.
Yeah, and all this great advice that's on the CARE community, our Facebook group that's been developed, that people, it's over 15 members strong right now throughout the Carolinas and Georgia. I like the one post, I don't know if you saw it, but there is this one aquarium that is in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
They're called the Shed Aquarium, and like other places around the country, they have to close down.
Yeah.
But you can't have more than 10 people.
Sure.
You know? So they are allowing their penguins to roam free around the aquarium.
Best day ever.
Yeah, so some of the workers are still there, so they're not being, unsupervised.
Right, they have to be fed and get
But they're
a
out
little
of their tank, literally going into all these different areas of the aquarium, which is pretty amazing to see.
Were they told not to touch anything?
Yeah, right? They need to, you know what? How does this affect like penguins, the whole coronavirus thing?
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm not a zoologist or anything.
And how are the other animals reacting to them walking around?
They probably like it.
How come they're out and we're not?
Right?
They can roam.
Right? And the tigers are like, looks like a snack. You know they're thinking that.
They love penguins.
Yeah.
Hey, we'd love for you to join the CARE community because we're encouraging each other. And just like Christian earlier was talking about a Walmart that had all these supplies.
Yeah.
And so people are like tuning into the CARE community and say, okay, I want to know where that Walmart is because I need some of that kind of stuff. Here's how you can join the CARE community. Just text the word CARE to 800-447-7234. That's 800-447-7234.
Love to have you on the CARE community. We've got a concert coming up tomorrow night. We're sharing a little bit of everything about what's going on around here.
By the way, the concert's a home concert, so you get to watch it in your living room.
Put on your PJs, pop some popcorn, and join us.
Yeah, that's all going on tomorrow night, right on the Facebook page at 8.
I'm sure you heard about these brothers who had hoarded like hand sanitizer and some baby wipes.
Thousands, right?
17,000 plus bottles.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
It was really wrong. And I guess they were even kind of putting their picture on Facebook or social media, kind of like, hey, I know where you can get some kind of thing. Where, of course, around the country, it was all sold out. And so somebody found out about these guys. They had actually done a 1,300-mile trip going to different stores and buying it all up. Somebody got wind of it. The sheriff's department found out about it. The attorney general's office opened an investigation and then said, you know what? You're not going to make a dime off of it. You're actually going to donate it.
Oh, so their whole goal was to resell it at a high price.
Oh, yeah, on
Okay.
Amazon between $8 $70.
No.
I guess a bottle.
So now they have to give it.
They're giving it to first responders and local churches so they can get it into the hands of people. And they do not look happy if you watch the video of them actually donating. They're not real happy about it because they're out. That money that they thought in their head they were going to get.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to be, entrepreneurs.
In a way, I
Make
can
a
see where
buck
they
in
would,
a
sure.
sense. Yeah.
But price gouging, no, not so much.
I think that was good of them to drive around and find these things so people could have them when they need them.
In one way.
Glass half full.
There you go. You're trying.
It's always half full with this guy, Jim Man. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you've done it just yet, but our care community is up and going, over 1,500 members strong. They're helping each other out. If you see like an item at a store, post about it. A low gas price somewhere, post about it. If you have some encouragement to give or you need some encouragement, check out the care community. It's a Facebook group. By the way, we also posted on there a home concert. Literally, a concert that you can stream right through our Facebook page. That's tomorrow night with Unspoken and Apollo LTD. You'll see that care community. Just text the word CARE to 800-447-7234. Join the community as we help each other out with his radio. I'm going to tell you, I have not been looking forward to today. Not been looking forward to today at all because I have been with this gentleman for 14 years on his radio.
Holy
I've known this man for over 20, almost 30 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's been forever.
I was in first grade.
No, he was not.
I was in first grade, just not then.
He's my 10-year senior.
Yeah, whatever.
And today we find out some exciting and sad news. It's all bittersweet.
Bittersweet, yes. It's after 30 years in radio, the last 14 being here. I'm moving on. I'm not retiring. I'm not that old. But I got some other. Liz is running me out, actually.
No, she's not. Don't even kid like that.
I'm kidding.
Come on.
No, I want you to stay.
No, I'm sorry. But, I have some, other opportunities in the voiceover area and then helping my wife building the business, stuff like that. And maybe even see my kids in the evenings. One thing I will not miss is 2 a.m. because I've been seeing that every morning for 14 years. So,
He has a really long commute. It's close to an hour, isn't it?
yeah, close enough. But, yeah, traffic's good in the morning. But, I might see 2 a.m. as I'm getting into bed because I am naturally an evening person.
He's a night
late
owl for
Party
sure.
animal.
Yeah, so it's just like that time.
Yeah, because his wife has an after-school care.
Yes.
And so for years. And so while she's working in the afternoon and evening, Jim Man's just getting to bed.
Yeah.
And then
We see each other in passing
when he wakes up, his family's asleep.
for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's coming on into here, so he's just making some things so that he can stay with his family.
yes.
And he does. I mean, you hear his pipes.
Oh, right.
Got a great
It's
voice.
beautiful. Yeah, so yeah, some opportunities here and there, one with a university and some other things like that. So, it's fun. I get to sit home and do that.
Yeah.
And, and still battling I'm winning, but battling the cancer. It's always good to get sleep, and I haven't gotten that for a while.
Yeah.
So,
Got to
But
think
you know.
about the health. So we have him until Friday,
Right.
and then we lock the door and don't let him leave.
yeah, then they
Changing the code.
They changed everything. The address, everything.
Sad but excited for you all at the same time.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Jim will always be family here at his radio. So it's like goodbye week for Jim.
Yeah.
We love you, man.